In this video we are going to talk about Elon Musk reveal SpaceX's plans. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. When is SpaceX's Starship going to land on Mars? Elon Musk believes it will happen fairly soon. Although the company's under-development rocket has yet to conduct its first orbital flight, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk expressed confidence in the ship's ability to fulfill its most ambitious goals on schedule in a Monday interview. A voyage around the moon in 2023 and a flight to Mars this decade are among them. Despite battles with the FAA and challenges with the ship's Raptor engine, Musk remains convinced that his ambitious ship will power SpaceX's largest missions this decade. According to his comments, if Elon succeeds, SpaceX might play a key role in transforming mankind into a multi-planet society. Since Musk plans to utilize the first flights to launch a million-person metropolis on Mars as early as 2050. Musk's biggest challenges, according to space consultant Rand Simberg, might lie a little closer to home, as he told Inverse in November. The timeline for getting to the moon and Mars on the SpaceX Starship. I think we can conduct a circle around the moon maybe as soon as 2023, he says, and land on the moon's surface within 3 years, Musk said during the Monday interview. He also said that SpaceX could be able to arrive on Mars by 2026. I'll be astonished if we don't arrive on Mars in the next 5 years, he says at long last. Musk faces 3 future deadlines as a result of this. Mission to the moon in 2023. This is very certainly a reference to the Dear Moon expedition, which was announced in 2018, and will take Japanese billionaire Yusaku Maezawa and a group of guests on a tour of the moon. It will take 3 days to reach to the moon and 3 days to return on the 6-day journey. The surface of the moon in 2024. NASA announced in April that SpaceX had been selected to build the lunar lander for the future Artemis mission. This will send the first man and woman to the moon's surface. The astronauts will be transported between the Orion spaceship and the surface aboard SpaceX's ship. It's questionable whether the Artemis mission will reach this deadline, as NASA believes 2025 is a more feasible deadline. In November, project administrator Bill Nelson reported that the project had lost nearly 7 months to litigation. Mission to Mars by 2026. Musk announced a proposal in 2017 to launch the first cargo ships to Mars by 2022. Musk called this timeframe aspirational at the time. Musk intends to transport the first people to Mars the next time the two worlds get near enough. Will Elon Musk meet his ambitious timeline for the moon and Mars on the SpaceX Starship? What's interesting about Musk's latest remarks is that he's adhering to his ambitious schedule, despite 2 significant setbacks. Delays in the first orbital flight. SpaceX is ready to fly a prototype of the Starship into orbit, together with a Super Heavy launcher. The booster would land in the Gulf of Mexico, while the ship would land north of Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean. Musk stated in August that the spacecraft will be ready to go into orbit in a few weeks, assuming regulatory permission. Due to an environmental evaluation, the Federal Aviation Administration has put these plans on hold. The evaluation will establish whether or not the ship is capable of flight. Last month, space entrepreneur Rand Simberg told Inverse that it relates to Musk's most recent issue. Musk's current concern is regulatory, not technological, Simberg argues. He's waiting for approval from the Federal Aviation Administration to fly out of Boca Chica and undertake an orbital trip. Crisis in Raptor production. Earlier this month, it was revealed that SpaceX is having difficulty producing enough Raptor engines to power the Starship and Super Heavy. The 2 vehicles require a total of 39 engines. Musk has set a lofty goal of producing 800 to 1,000 Raptor engines each year. Musk, on the other hand, asked for all hands on deck in an email to employees earlier this month to recover from what he described as a disaster. There will be no Starship income from governments or commercial clients if there is no Starship. Musk warned earlier this month that a serious global recession would make bankruptcy unlikely but not impossible. Starship is ready to fuel SpaceX's most important objectives. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, announced on Wednesday that the company's under-development rocket will launch a dozen times in 2022 at a high flight rate. In 2023, the spacecraft will be ready to transport actual goods before moving on to more ambitious aims like delivering humans to the Moon and Mars. The remarks, presented during a combined meeting of the Space Studies Board and the Board on Physics and Astronomy, detail how the stainless steel rocket now being built in Texas will progress from prototype to operational ship. It's a project that might help SpaceX achieve some of its most important objectives. The Starship is a stainless steel rocket that stands roughly 400 feet tall when combined with its super heavy booster, and was first revealed in 2017 under the moniker BFR. It's meant to fly up to 3 times each day and is totally reusable. It can launch up to 150 tons of cargo or 100 passengers into space at once. Because it uses liquid oxygen and methane as rocket fuel, people will be able to fly to Mars, recharge using the planet's resources, and then either return to Earth or travel farther as part of a planet-hopping network. Ultimately, Musk stated at the occasion, Starship is meant to be a generic transport vehicle for the wider solar system. Orbital flights and more on the SpaceX Starship 2022. According to Musk, the Starship's long-awaited orbital voyage might happen as early as January 2022. In September of this year, the business completed the first full-scale prototype of the Starship. It successfully launched and landed a full-scale prototype, SN-15, to a height of about 33,000 feet in May 2021. The orbital mission, which will take the spacecraft and booster 90 minutes, is the next step. It will take out from the Texas site, disengage from the booster roughly 2 minutes after liftoff, and land around 60 miles northwest of Kauai, Hawaii. Musk stated during the ceremony that the launch pad and tower will be completed by the end of November. In December, SpaceX will complete a series of tests before going on to an orbital mission the following month. Following that, Musk intends to hold a dozen test flights in 2022. What happens after 2022 on the SpaceX Starship? Musk has great ideas for the future from here. Payloads. Musk hopes to go on to actual payloads by 2023, assuming the test flights in 2022 go well. It's unclear whether this means SpaceX will still send Japanese entrepreneur Yusaku Maezawa around the Moon in 2023. That mission was first announced in 2018, and it would comprise 8 lucky competition winners. Humans on the Moon. As part of NASA's Artemis mission, the Starship is planned to land humans on the Moon. Bill Nelson, the agency's administrator, said earlier this month that the mission would most likely take place no earlier than 2025. These skills would be utilized to construct a lunar outpost in the future. Because of the mass transport capabilities of transferring enough mass and people to the Moon, Starship has the possibility to really have a permanently populated base on the Moon. Musk explained, in the same way that we have a base in Antarctica that is permanently occupied. Humans on Mars. SpaceX also intends to bring people to the Red Planet. When Musk unveiled BFR in 2017, he detailed an ambitious plan that included launching 2 uncrewed ships in 2022 and 2 additional uncrewed ships with 2 crewed boats in 2024. He said at the most recent event that SpaceX will deploy at least 2 or 3 uncrewed starships to the planet to show that the spacecraft could land safely. We may be collaborating with NASA and other nations to send humans to Mars, he said. All of this helps Musk achieve his long-term aim of establishing a million-person metropolis on Mars by 2050. Beyond Mars. According to Musk, the spacecraft may allow a planet-hopping network since it could recharge at propellant stores on the Moon or Mars before continuing on its voyage. You could practically planet hop if we had a base on Mars with a large delta V, he remarked. From Mars to Ceres, maybe one of Jupiter's moons, and finally all the way to the furthest reaches of the solar system. Musk also mentioned the possibility of launching a 100-ton object to Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. He explained, architecturally, it is capable of transferring practically any arbitrary mass to any solid surface in the solar system. What do you think Musk will be able to achieve these aims? Let us know in the comment box below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Thank you.